Manchester United add Wolves captain Max Kilman to transfer shortlist, but face Chelsea competition. Manchester United are interested in Wolves captain Max Kilman as they look to bolster their defence, TalkSport understands. The Red Devils are looking ahead to the summer as an opportunity to revitalise a team that have looked lacklustre for much of this season, and Wolves defender Kilman has caught the eye of staff at United. The 26-year-old has been a valuable part of a standout season for Wolves, which has seen them knocking on the door for European football. With a number of United centre-backs sustaining injuries this season, Kilman could add a much-needed option for Erik ten Hag in defence. United have most recently suffered the losses of Lisandro Martinez and Victor Lindelof, who look to be out of action for a month. Signing a defender is considered a priority at Old Trafford, and United are reluctant to pay over the odds for Everton defender Gerard Branthwaite. Meanwhile, Kilman, who signed for Wolves in 2018 from non-league club Maidenhead United, has started all of Wolves' Premier League games this season. And the Englishman's experience was rewarded last summer when he was made captain to succeed the departing Ruben Neves. But if the past is any guide, United are likely to have more than a little trouble signing the centre-back. Wolves rejected a £30 million bid from Napoli for Kilman in 2023, meaning it is likely to take a substantial offer to tempt him away. Not long after, Kilman also signed a contract extension keeping him at Wolves until 2028, a sign of the club's determination to retain their captain. When Kilman signed the extension, Wolves sporting director explained how important this had been to the club. He said, "There was lots of interest in Max, we had several offers, but we haven't shifted in wanting him to stay. We believe he's the soul of the team, having been here for a long time now, so he was never a player we considered selling." United will be hoping that position has changed, although there has not yet been any contact between the two clubs about a potential move, despite the Red Devils sending staff to watch Kilman play multiple times this season. To make United's position more difficult, they also face competing interest from Chelsea, who TalkSport understands are also keen to sign the defender. Chelsea have likewise had a poor season which sees them currently 12th in the Premier League table, and they could benefit from a defender of Kilman's quality. Come the summer, Kilman is likely to be spoilt for choice for potential moves, as well as having a club who will be desperate not to let him go. Manchester United loanee Jadon Sancho sent away by Borussia Dortmund teammate after three-word plea over penalty. Jadon Sancho was seen pleading with Borussia Dortmund striker Fullkrug over a penalty on Saturday. The winger was making his second appearance for the German side since joining on loan from Manchester United earlier this month. While he's grabbed 2 assists in 2 games so far, Sancho was keen to get the first goal of his second spell with the club when Dortmund were awarded a second-half penalty against Köln. It was fine play from Sancho to win the penalty, jinking past defenders and earning the foul. Fullkrug picked up the ball, only for Sancho to plead with striker to let him take the kick, reportedly saying, "Gimme the ball." But as many ruthless strikers would do, Fullkrug held firm and denied Sancho's request, before justifying his decision by converting from the spot. That penalty was Dortmund's second goal in a 4-0 win over Köln, with Fullkrug joining Daniel Malin, 2, and Youssoupha Moukoko on the scoresheet. For Sancho, the wait for his first goal back in Germany will need to wait, with Dortmund next in action next Sunday against VfL Bochum. The 23-year-old is clearly keen to get his time at the club off to a flying start after he scored 50 goals in 138 appearances for the club last time out. It was that form that led Man United to pay £73 million to bring him to England in July 2021. But with just 12 goals in his time at Old Trafford, Sancho has some work to do to prove that he can pick up where he left off. The winger will stay with Dortmund on a loan deal with the summer, but with no permanent option included in the move. It means that Sancho will return to Man United at the end of the season. Morten Hjulmand definitely interests Man United. Manchester United are interested in signing Sporting CP midfielder Morten Hjulmand during the upcoming 2024 summer transfer window at Old Trafford. Head coach Erik ten Hag's challenging season with the Red Devils may prompt the club to sign the 24-year-old. Hjulmand, although linked to Man Utd and Barcelona, remains focused on Sporting amid growing interest in his services. Manchester United are interested in signing Sporting CP midfielder Morten Hjulmand during the 2024 summer window, as transfer insider Dean Jones hints a defensive midfielder could be on the shortlist at Old Trafford. The Red Devils are looking ahead to a new era after minority owners Ineos acquired their share in the club in February. Chairman Sir Jim Ratcliffe will head up football operations behind the scenes. Head coach Erik has endured a torrid 2023-24 season at Man United, with qualification for the next term's Champions League unlikely, having exited the continent's Premier Club competition at the earliest possible stage this campaign. Hjulmand is enjoying an exceptional season at Sporting and could be set for a significant move to one of Europe's Big Five leagues this summer. Hjulmand responds to transfer speculation amid Man United interest. According to Record, via the Metro, Manchester United remain admirers of Sporting CP midfielder Morten Hjulmand. The Red Devils are paying close attention to his evolution this season alongside Barcelona. Sporting are aware of the rising interest in Hjulmand's signature and could offer the 24-year-old the captaincy next term. Sebastian Coates, Luis Neto, and Antonio Odon's futures are uncertain. The Lisbon-based Giants could also hand the star an improved salary. Still, they already hold a strong negotiating position, given that his current contract expires in the summer of 2028. Man United could look to rebuild Erik ten Hag's midfield this summer. Journalist Ben Jacobs recently told GiveMeSport that he has hinted that Casemiro could be sold amid strong interest from Saudi Pro League leaders Al Hilal. Meanwhile, Christian Eriksen has revealed that he is unhappy with the lack of minutes he has received under Ten Hag this term. However, speaking to Portuguese outlet Betano, via the Metro, Hjulmand has revealed he is wholly focused on Sporting and has no immediate plans to leave. Estadio José Alvalade is a very special place to play. I feel at home. I knew the importance of the club in Portugal, and also in Europe, as Sporting has played in the Champions League and the Europa League many times. Jones recently told GiveMeSport, the 31st of March, that Hjulmand could be the ideal long-term partner for Kobbie Mainoo in midfield. If the Red Devils are to sign the Denmark international, they may have to pay a hefty release clause fee of £69 million. Dean Jones, Hjulmand would fit with the current Man United team. Jones feels that Hjulmand, dubbed an absolute monster by journalist Zach Lowy, could be an ideal fit for Man United's midfield after being told on good authority that he is a player who definitely interests the Red Devils. The transfer insider recommends keeping an eye on the Sporting star. Jones told GiveMeSport, it's well reported that United scouts were at the Benfica Sporting game, and while all the talk is of them pursuing João Neves, I have been keeping an eye on Hjulmand's performances because I have it on pretty good authority that he is definitely someone that interests them for the midfield. United could sign him at a more reasonable fee, and his performance levels at Sporting have been consistently good. He's a great blend to fit with the current team, too. He knows Eriksen and Hjulmand and comes from the same pathway that Bruno Fernandes walked to end up at Old Trafford. United are monitoring a few different defensive midfielders, but I recommend keeping an eye on Hjulmand. Sir Jim Ratcliffe admires Ross Barkley at Man United. With the 2024 summer transfer window opening in just over 2 months, Sir Jim Ratcliffe will be eager for his Manchester United recruitment team to make suggestions ahead of the market. Since Sir Alex Ferguson's departure in 2013, the Red Devils have been hamstrung by poor business. They must correct that to reach the summit of English and European football again. Recent reports have claimed that Ratcliffe is an admirer of Luton Town midfielder Ross Barkley. The 30-year-old spent the 2022-23 season on loan at OGC Nice, another football club among Ineos Sporting portfolio. Barkley currently plies his trade for Luton and is a big reason why the Hatters still have a chance of securing an unlikely Premier League survival in the campaign's final weeks. It's thought that the Kenilworth Road outfit won't stand in Barkley's way should they succumb to relegation to the Championship this summer. Man United told why Joshua Zirkzee would badly fail with Euro 2024 striker seen as better option. Manchester United have been warned that Joshua Zirkzee lacks the experience to move to Old Trafford and that signing the Dutch striker could backfire, with their iconic former Red Devils star urging Sir Jim Ratcliffe to move for a striker currently starring at Euro 2024 instead. The British billionaire is preparing for what he hopes will be a bright new era on Old Trafford, having taken a 27.7% stake in Manchester United earlier this year in a deal that grants him full sporting control. And since that £1.3 billion investment of just over a quarter of the Glazers' shares, Ratcliffe has been busy assembling a crack team of specialists behind the scenes charged with leading the club's resurrection back to the very top. However, Despite talking a good game and making his intentions very clear from the off, the Ratcliffe era has gotten off to something of an inglorious start. Indeed, they have been unable to agree compensation with Newcastle for Dan Ashworth, meaning the 52-year-old is still to officially begin work as sporting director. There was also the shambles that surrounded the future of Erik ten Hag, with the club deliberating long and hard on whether to sack the Dutchman, while very publicly speaking to other candidates, before ultimately deciding to stick with the Dutchman. And Ratcliffe's quest of strengthening the United side has also got off to an inglorious start. An opening £35 million bid for Everton defender Gerard Branthwaite was instantly laughed off the Toffees' value, the 21-year-old at double United's bid, while a move for Nice Jean-Claire Todibo has also been blocked by a UEFA ruling. Ratcliffe has already shed over £30 million from Man United wage bill. The Red Devils will continue their quest to strengthen their defence, though, and do have other irons in the fire, while the sale of Nice entirely cannot be ruled out if it will help Ratcliffe in his quest to land Todibo at some point in the future. Any moves for a new defender, though, have been made possible by the exit of Raphael Varane at the end of his contract this summer. It's a similar scenario in their attack too, with United also bidding farewell to the hugely inconsistent Anthony Martial, with his deal also expiring on June 30th. The exits of both French stars will save United a staggering £590,000 a week in wages, an eye-watering £30.68 million over the year. With money available to reinvest, United also have their eyes on a number of attacking options to come in and provide cover and competition for Rasmus Højlund next season. In recent days, that hunt appears to have zoned in on Bologna striker Zirkzee, with the Dutch star able to leave for €40 million, £33.8 million, owing to a clause in his contract. The 23-year-old finished the season with 12 goals and 7 assists from 37 appearances as Bologna finished 5th to qualify for next season's expanded Champions League. However, the Serie A side face seeing many of their star assets stripped away. Coach Thiago Motta has already departed for Juventus, while defender Riccardo Calafiori is another tip to depart. Man United transfers, Ratcliffe urged to sidestep, baffling the Zirkzee move. But with United now reportedly set to hold talks with Zirkzee's agent Kia Joorabchian over a potential deal, former United striker Dwight Yorke feels the player is too similar to Højlund in his inexperience, branding links to the Dutch striker as baffling. Names like Joshua Zirkzee being linked to Man United is baffling, Yorke said, via Metro. They need a player who can definitely score goals and knows how to play in the Premier League. Why would you need 23-year-old Zirkzee, when you have 21-year-old Rasmus Højlund already at the club? Moreover, Yorke feels United should turn to Borussia Dortmund striker Niklas Füllkrug, who was on the scoresheet in Germany's 5-1 destruction of Scotland in the Euro 2024 opener. Erik ten Hag needs an experienced man at striker alongside Højlund, as he obviously struggled towards the end of last season, Yorke added. Niklas Füllkrug is one of those experienced strikers who has been smashing in the goals lately. But he needs to be the right character. To be at Man United, you need to show resilience and not a weak mentality. That's what Sir Alex Ferguson was good at finding. That's why I think Højlund needs to grow up very quickly. The honeymoon period is over for him, and if he doesn't hit the ground running next season, he will come under a lot of scrutiny. You have to be a man to play at Man United. Despite United's interest in Zirkzee, the striker is also on AC Milan's radar, and the former Bayern Munich man is believed to favour remaining in Italy and the switch to the San Siro.